Hola. Hi, my name is Viv, and this is the Perspective with Viv podcast. Today's title is You for Update. I've missed the sound of my voice. I've missed being. It's funny because I use this podcast as a place of experimentation, and I experimented by having a lot of guest interviews, which I truly enjoyed. But I feel as though, just like in different aspects of my life in the past, I allowed for other energies to be take precedence or be louder in my space as opposed to me. So I didn't like that I kept drowning out individual episodes or opportunities for me to speak because this was my place for expressing and playing I made it serious. I love the topics that I spoke about. I love the guests that we had on, but I know that I allowed that to dominate this space. Oh gosh, so much that it became less of a play space than a workspace. And once again, I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy all the topics I spoke about. The topics were crazy and I earned money from it. But at the heart of it, I still miss being able to say, okay, today I'm doing a freestyle episode. Today I'm crafting out this lesson plan. Today I'm doing an astrology episode. I didn't have space for me again because I didn't know how to balance both, and that was due to my actions of booking like interviews week after week, day after day in a week. But it showed me discipline, so I enjoyed it. But I do know that season 5 is one of my most serious seasons and longest seasons, and I learned the lessons I need to learn from it. But I'm back now and I'm experimenting with the flow of what I want. And I'm also experimenting with closing or ending this season soon and starting afresh completely because we do need a season 6. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm just going to talk and then we'll see where things go. So we just finished 30 December, right? And depending on whether I post this episode before the Christmas special, I was admitted to the hospital for a couple of days. And in those couple of days, I had dreams as fluids were pumped into me and antibiotics. I didn't know, or I would begin to know at the end that my old self was being stripped away to embrace or embody a new woman. Yes, I've changed in a way. I was on the way to change already, but I think my biological makeup and that shift my body went through made me know that, oh wow, I'm entering a new chapter and I'm doing things differently here. 2026, I must say that I entered smoothly and I'm grateful to myself that I did. I entered smoothly, I entered maturely. I started to see myself in a way that I didn't see myself before. I made some really nice connections that made me start to see life in other ways as well. And I thought to myself that I'm changing, I'm becoming more of myself. I did a plan in one sitting, which was really nice because I normally don't do action plans. I don't. I'm always in my head theorizing, and I felt that I've been stagnant for a while more than somebody that is doing the things that I'm doing should be. And I was like, I have to push myself out of that. Along the way, I realized that my real life is my secondary life to my artistic life, which really put things into perspective because I remember the S for Storytelling episode was such a raw episode, and it really spoke about the kind of life I wanted for myself on a matrix level that doesn't seem so far fetched from what I want for myself. That's not the dominant feeling that I want for my life, but it is for the serious part of my life. I wanted That's how I wanted it to look. But now, along the way, and I'm so thankful, I realized that wow, is the life that I want to craft for myself that is the main thing. Like, forget this whole, okay, you should look like this on paper. That is okay. But that is okay as a secondary life, not a primary one. I must be honest, I was always saying that I don't want to lose my magic in Lagos, and Lagos makes me prone to lose my magic. And I'm not going to lie that I've just been blessed to not have, or to have entered a different portal that made sure that that wasn't the trajectory I was going on because I was going to sacrifice some years to tend to this matrix life. a part of me was always sad that, and said, wow, are you going to really wait to how long to start your full artistic life? It made me scared. But being able to snap myself into that space and say, no, I'm not waiting. I'm very happy and proud of myself to say that. I'm very happy to, I'm proud to say that I'm truly an artist. I'm an artist first and foremost before any bloody thing in this world. And where I'm working towards, where I'm headed, is in this space of creativity and play at a no cost to me. Like I've always said to myself that even though I'm doing art, I can't take it so seriously. You understand? Like maybe there's one that I'll take super seriously as the work, which would be writing. But with podcasting, oh my gosh, like making this place a serious place for earning money and booking interviews made me see that wow, no, I can't. I don't like structure in this play place. This place became so structured and it worked. But then I realized that I no longer have a play place. Like this podcast was my play place. It was a place to come and just say rubbish that made sense. Oh my goodness. So honestly, I'm happy to be back to this point where it's like, nah, G, I'm here to have fun and I'm here to share stuff that in my heart, while still having interviews from time to time, finding that balance. You get me? So that's why I realized, but I've changed. And it started with that admission. No, it started with Christmas. So I definitely should release the Christmas episode first. But I've changed inside and I'm ready to take the world by the balls. I'm ready to like demand that my life become this beautiful place that I want to live. That I'm not waiting for a particular year of my life to finally get the shackles off my feet and breathe. No, that every aspect of my life is intentionally crafted. I'm so happy to have realized this because, see, don't waste time doing what you don't like and live life according to your terms in a way that works within the system. I'm not saying, look, life is different. For some, I'll say take that risk, take that leap of faith. For others, I'll say if you can make the system work for you in a way that is not taking away from you, that is not tainting your essence, please go for it. That is what I'm trying to say. There's a way that I can do it. Everybody has a different formula and a different rhythm. It's about knowing yourself and then knowing how you're navigating life. And that is me. I'm very much solo. I want to see how far I go by locking in. I want to see how far I go by honoring me first and foremost. Everything else comes second. Like the dominant part of my life are the things that I have fun about. I have fun with, because being admitted to the hospital, I've not really sat down in my real life. You get me? Outside of the home, I've not really sat down out work, and being in my energy for a bit longer than I expected has made me know that I've grounded my frequency. I'm that person now. Like I know where I stand, and everything else is just linking from outside. Everything else is external. Plus, I'm mastering my manifestation techniques, the law of assumption. I'm mastering all of that because I need to be that girl. And I know that I can do it. So I'm back to realizing that my internal world creates my external world, and I'm going to master this inner world this year and create the life that I want for myself. That's the truth. I'm so happy. So I just wanted to say, update listeners, like we're back. We don't know what season 6 is going to involve, but I think I know where I'm headed now, and I cannot wait to continue talking to you guys. I'm on the road to 5,000 plays, and pretty soon I want us to do even more numbers and bigger numbers. I'm glad that we have all these interesting, wonderful guests from different places sharing their work. I'm so grateful. So we're going to find that beautiful balance of me, myself, and I, and then guests, and it's going to be a beautiful variety show. So, but it's going to have play at the core of it. If it becomes too serious, we're not where we need to be. And that's where I was. What's the right word? Along the way, I got lost because I was focused on making money with the podcast, and I did make good money, but it was at a cost of myself. It really was at a cost of myself. I can't do it anymore. I can't and I won't. So it's nice to have that realization. I think my life is more of a different vibe as a setting, like as a baseline. And I'm really ready to discover that and dive more into that. I'm so glad that I just came back and open my eyes and realize that nah, my magic isn't gone. My magic is here, and my magic is going to be used in the matrix. And let's see how it works. Do you get me? I think for me, instead of, because I felt like, oh, the matrix is saying you can't use your magic here, I was retreating. This time I'm charging towards the matrix and I'm saying, if you want me here, these are my terms. And that's it. And you see that everything will bend for you. So that's where I am now. And I'm very happy. And, anytime I talk about life, I talk about astrology. So you would never believe what is happening astrologically speaking. Okay. So we have Uranus going into Gemini on July 7th. We have, hold on. Okay. Neptune moves into Aries on the 26th. I'm really excited about this one because Neptune moving into Aries, Neptune is the planet of disillusionment, illusions, delusion, imagination, creativity, intuition, and it's moving into Aries. So all delusions are being like removed from your life. Like you're going to have clarity. Aries is bold, tenacious, is it's the planet of activity, action, war. It's like not only are you going to be giving clarity, you're also going to have a different kind of motivation to go after what you want. Whichever house Aries is in your chart, just know that there's going to be increased activity there and increased clarity. So, for example, if you have Aries in your sixth house of work, health, if you have it in your house of, that's the arts as well, service, what else? You have all of that, and what happens is that with Neptune, it's like, what were you delusional about? Where did you not have boundaries? Now you're going to insert it. Where were you not as structured in carrying about that work or in delivering impact in that space, in that area? Now you'll be able to do it because Neptune moves into Aries January 26th. Saturn moves into Aries February 13th. So Neptune is the planet of no boundaries because everything is like limitless. Thank you. Saturn is the planet of boundaries. So where you've been very laissez-faire, where you've been relaxed, there's going to be structure and boundaries put in there. You get what I'm saying? Saturn is also the planet of restriction. As I said, boundaries, restriction, limitations, time, karma. Who knows? Saturn moving into Aries, maybe in your sixth house as well. There's some form of karma coming there. You get me? Health wise, God forbid any bad karma though. It's just like what you've done in the past, take care of yourself, is going to be showing, or you change the way you approach your health. You'll be more regimented, more routine, more structured because sixth house also has to do with work. Okay. And what else? Yeah, it to teach you restrictions, boundaries. And with Aries, I keep getting that energy of there's just going to be an increase in drive, an increase in action, an increase in activity, an increase in leadership, being the first, owning your position. Oh, yeah, it's going to be very nice. Then Jupiter moves into Leo June 30th. That's still a while because right now Jupiter is in Cancer. So wherever Cancer is in your chart, Cancer has to do with the home, nurturing, mother, roots. Jupiter has to do with expansion, optimism, luck. So wherever Cancer is in your chart, just know that that part of your house is expanding, is getting, you're getting luck in that area. Maybe there's an increase in the cancer themes around you, like relationship with your mother, you mothering yourself, you nurturing yourself, okay, you connecting to your roots, connecting deeper to the home. All right. Then you have Uranus in Gemini, April 25th. And that's what's going to reshape your communication in general. Uranus is the planet of sudden shifts, sudden changes. I've spoken about this before. Then Gemini is the planet of communication, thinking, analytical speaking, trickster spirits, you know, or just trickster energy, wittiness, all of that is going to, there's going to be a sudden shift and change. So wherever Gemini is in your chart, you will be experiencing that shift. For example, maybe you have Gemini in your eighth house. That's the house of sex, intimacy, inheritance. Is the house of what else? Union. Yes, let's say for example now you get an unexpected news that you've inherited something, or for some reason is it also the house of other people's resources? Something sudden happens that makes people want to share their resources with you. Things like that. Just be clear, okay? So that's Uranus in Gemini. And all of these things are interesting to me because I just feel as though there's a change in the air. But I remember when I was learning about astrology from the beginning or the ground up, they said that the planets are a thermostat. They're just telling you what you're already going through. They're not the one that's determining it. So that's how I look at it as well. I'm really excited about Neptune going into Aries and Saturn going into Aries because I'm an Aries. So I feel that energy of being cutthroat, being true, being real, being stepping into your leadership shoes, owning your space, leading. I see that happening for me. I see myself wanting to lock into the things I want to do to get to where I'm going. And I'm very happy because I feel like Azure is going to be very different this time. Like I'm going to get to where I'm going because I'm putting in the work. Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that. Pretty excited about that. I don't know I don't know where this podcast is headed, but I know that I know what the podcast needs. Like, okay, for example, I've been putting videos of my episodes on YouTube, the ones that I have with guests. I give the guests a platform more than me because I'm really just here for audio. Like, I know that, okay, yes, you could really go far putting up videos of yourself, but I genuinely don't care. I started a podcast because I didn't want to be doing video stuff. I hate putting in too much effort to make something great. You get me? So I'm going to be doing more audio stuff for my personal episodes, but you most likely see guests having videos, okay? Even if I don't post it immediately, I'll still post it when I'm ready. But I just realized that I'm not stressing myself out for something that I enjoy doing. I'm not stressing myself out for that. I'm doing what comes naturally. What I want the most is for us to celebrate art and spirituality on this page. And I think we're doing a good job of it. I think we should lean more into some artistic stuff and then see where that takes us. So I'm going to end this episode with a tarot reading. If you don't know, I post tarot readings on my TikTok, Perspective with Viv, and my YouTube channel, Perspective with Viv. So you can check out everything under of the podcast there, but you can also check out everything under Ethereal Living. Okay. Ethereal Living is the name of our company. We've changed it from Ethereal Fire and Co to Ethereal Living because I think that properly describes the business and what it's all about. Everything that is under that business about Ethereal Living. So yeah. So check it out. You might like it. So what's today's card? What message do you guys need to know today? By the way, if you'd like to book guitar reading with me, please hit me up on my social media accounts. All right. So these are your cards. You have the Justice in Reverse, clarified by the Four of Pentacles. When I saw this, I was thinking, similar to what we've been talking about. Justice in Reverse refers to an imbalance and in harmony. Imbalance and disharmony in your life somewhere. So I feel as though behind the scenes, karmic laws, karmic karmic, what's the right word? Karmic laws, karmic decisions are being made about you. Your fate is changing and it's changing in a physical way because we have the Four of Pentacles clarifying the Justice in reverse. Four of Pentacles refers to your material life, it refers to your finances, but it also talks about letting go of things materially that you're attached to. So I feel as though you're going through changes that are causing you to let go of certain things that you're holding on to too tightly so that your material world can change for the better. You have the Four of Pentacles here. The next card you have is Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Your life is changing behind the scenes. Karmic balance is coming into play. And where you're headed is the Ten of Pentacles, even though it's in reverse right now. Ten of Pentacles in reverse speaks of you entering a long term commitment. It could be with yourself that leads to great wealth, generational wealth. It could lead to you following your purpose. But Ten of Pentacles speaks of that incoming energy of stability and security financially. It speaks of generational wealth, as I said before, and strong family bonds. All right. When I read about this card, it said that it's about having so much money that you're just focused on fostering a strong family. So the Ten of Pentacles is a mixture of strong wealth or strong family bonds as well. And that's where you're on your way
two. So any perceived imbalance in your life, just know that things are turning around and reshuffling to put you onto the right direction. Because Ten of Pentacles in reverse is clarified by the world in reverse. And I just spoke about how it feels like I'm entering a new chapter, a new series, or a new, yeah, a new sport in my life. Let me tell you something. The world in reverse says that right now you're in between, like you could be transitioning into a new sport, all right? But right now you're still in that in between space. So things aren't settled at the moment. What you should be focused on is letting go of any burdens from this old life as you enter this new life, okay? Some things may hold on to you, some things may be clear to you that you need to let go of them. Listen so that stability and balance and harmony can be restored. In this new chapter that you're headed into, even though the world is in reverse, eventually you would reach that level up, you reach that spiritual graduation, you reach that point in which you've entered a new chapter with new resources and new gifts, but also new levels, new devils, but you know how to handle it. Know that this new chapter is one that is calling for real stability in your life because you've allowed yourself to let go of what it doesn't serve you. Now there's more space for the things that are truly aligned to you. Okay. Overall energy is the Six of Pentacles. But what is funny is that the Nine of Pentacles is underneath it. Bear in mind that this spread that I just read has three cards in reverse, but the overall energies have both upright. So you have the you have the Six of Pentacles, and then you have the Nine of Pentacles underneath it. Six of Pentacles speaks of more cash inflows than outflows. You being finally paid what it is that you've been owed financially. You having valuable connections. You having profitable ventures, profitable connections as well. But there's a stability that you're going to be achieving and attaining in your finances. Okay, you're going to be earning with ease. Nine of Pentacles speaks of independence, being able to branch out on your own, being completely stable by yourself, being financially stable, having a new home, being nurtured, okay, tending to what it is that you've planted in the past, what you're now harvesting and enjoying. But there's an elevation in status for you that is coming. All right, there's wealth coming your way, there's abundance coming your way. This new chapter, this new place that you're headed, that you're in transition with right now, you're just shedding what doesn't need to come with you. That's what it is. You're shedding that what doesn't need to come with you. Pretty soon you'd attain that graduation or attend that graduation in which there's a change in your karmic fate. And where you're headed is the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. Stability all around. All right. That is my message for you. So if you'd like to book a tarot reading with me, hit me up on my social media accounts, Perspective with Viv. Or you can email me at madam's readings, madam with an E, at gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for working with me and see you next time. Bye.